talking about as a community, as a collective. What is there to debate? She didn't attack this man. She called for service. She called for help. Her mother warned them. If you remember at the beginning of my stream, her mother warned them about their concern about sending a racist, thug, demon cop to her daughter's house because she suffered from mental health issues. And what showed up at the door? The devil showed up at her door. And I even, on this stream, there were men who went back and started what I would perceive to be is blaming her for her death because she did not have a man in the house. If she would have had a man in the house, none of this would have happened because he would have went out there and he would have went and investigated. If she had the entirety, the collective of this discussion, while there was good salient points, but what it was, the way it was landing, all it said was, we are not a monolith. And including the fact that we had black cops up there trying to jigsaw this into a square, this jigsaw puzzle into a perfect square. No, if we were a monolith on this issue, none of this stuff would matter. We saw what we saw. This woman was thought there was a prowler or something happening outside of her house. She was concerned. She called the police for them to investigate, for them to help. She was the person calling for help. They showed up on the scene and executed her. All because the man got offended by her saying, because he the one that said, when they told her to go when they said the pot, there's water boiling on the stove, and she went over there and she went to remove the pot from the stove, he was like, don't you throw that water on me. She said, I rebuke you, because, and we all know what that means. That means you are tripping. I wouldn't do that. And you don't put that demon spirit on me like I'm going to just do some harm to you. And that's what he was, the devil showed up at her door. The Grim Reaper. He was the Grim Reaper. And these are the conversations that we are having. And these men are giving, they're very much giving, we are not a monolith. And the message that they're sending, not only are they sending to the community, because this is out on Facebook for the world to see, but I can only imagine what the women in the comment sections, what they were thinking. There was one woman on the panel, and you could hear Callie Bev, her name was Callie Bev. You could hear the absolute frustration in her and in her speaking. She was flabbergasted at the notion that these dudes were even debating this. You can hear it in her tone. We are not a monolith. And that mindset makes us unsafe. And not just women, all of us.
I gotta check out, but I gotta say this real quick. There is no justification. Let's say, like I said, let's say she had mental health. That's not a justification of her behavior for her to get popped. If that's the case, then I gotta look at everybody with mental health issues saying, okay, because of your behavior, you deserve to get shot at. That is a terrible reason on why anybody should load a gun and point it at somebody with mental health and use that. That is a terrible argument. I do not agree with CJ, and I won't agree with CJ respectfully.
That's not my argument.
But peace to the panel. You guys have a blessed day. I got to head to the airport.
Easy, bro.
That wasn't my argument, Hank.
You want me to play the video or you want to clarify your argument?
No, play the video.
Huh? Where you going? Away from your hot steaming water. Away from my hot steaming water? Yeah. Oh, I was rebuking you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you in your fucking face.
Was what she said a threat? That's for anybody to answer. Was what she said a threat? I rebuke in the name of Jesus. Was that a threat?
If you come towards me with a boiling hot water,
Did she move? No. See, that's the problem right there. Did she move?
Once he said, I mean...
Bro, drop them off the fucking panel, bro. Goddamn. Did she...
Look at, there's a woman in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Watch her nonverbals.
move.
Well, let me.
Video. I mean, like, stop saying if she would have. What did she do in the video, bro? Like, you're trying to make it something different.
And the guy that's talking, he's a police officer.
Well, CJ, let me ask you a question. We'll play the video, and it's important to listen.
The guy in the hat with the gold circle, he's a cop.
What was said, CJ? If that lady was coming at you with a pot of water, and I was coming at you with nothing at all, what's more of a threat?
That lady with that water.
Nigga!
Boiling hot water? Wait, y'all talking about boiling? Y'all talking about water that...
No, I wanted to understand you. I just want to understand how you see it.
Are y'all talking about boiling hot water compared to you, Hamp? I'm a boxer. I'm not worried about you. No offense, Hamp, you my boy, but I'm fighting.
I got you.
Feel me? I'm not worried. I'm worried about fucking hot water fucking up my skin. Are y'all crazy?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Makes sense.
Do we need to see the rest? I guess.
Yes, because there's a very key point that a lot of people missed in this.
Where she threw up her hands. Is that what you talking about?
No, not just where she threw up her hands. Okay, you don't have the second. This is not the second body cam footage, but you can go ahead. Yeah, you got the second body cam footage.
Yeah.
How many times we gotta watch to get shot? But here's the thing, though. This is where people. This is where people say she threw water at him. She did not throw water at him. Let us understand how bullets work and how bodies react to when they get shot. If you paid attention to the autopsy results, the bullet was, even though, what is his name, Officer Grayson? Even though Officer Grayson was definitely substantially taller than her, that bullet entered through her eye socket and came out through her neck, which means it came down at an angle, which means she was still on the floor. Now, not only that, if you pay attention to how she was holding the water, when she came up, you see the front pot, you see the front of the pot tip downwards. Why? Because she got shot while she was still at a low angle. She didn't throw that pot of water. She got hit and the water tipped. She never threw the water at him. But I still pose the question: where does bodily damage outweigh life?
Royal will or whatever. Sorry, if that's the case, if that's the case, I will concede. I don't give a fuck about that white cop. I don't care.
It's not about giving a fuck about the white cop. It's the fact that it's not the dad unreasonably.
I can be wrong. If everything that you're saying is true, then charge the motherfucker with murder, and that's the end of the story. But if it's not true and what you're saying is not right, then I don't agree with you.
You can see it for yourself. Why do you gotta be based on what everybody else says? See it for yourself. When you watch this video, what does this video tell you?
I just told you.
We are not a monolith. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That her actions got her killed.
Pretty much.
You gonna try to get him to change his mind?
No, I ain't trying to get him to change.
Her actions got her killed. We are not a monolith. That was just one exchange that happened over there. This might be risky. That disturbed the hell out of me while I was watching it. Here's hold on a second. Remove. Here's the other one, okay?
Now we done. It's not checkmate. It's not checkmate. It's not checkmate. Stop. It's not checkmate, bro.
Peace, y'all. I said my piece, y'all. Y'all be easy, man.
All right. I'm trying to think of an excuse. Stop trying to think of a comeback and just answer the goddamn question. Yes. Or no. It's the majority of. Okay, I'm glad you told that lie. Let's look it up. Go ahead. I got it. Go ahead.
Hey, look. Hey, real quick. What's up, man? How y'all feeling? So I got a question. Do y'all use the 1+ rule out there?
What is the 1+ rule?
In terms of what type of force you're able to use? Force plus 1? In terms of the level?
Yeah, we call it the force continuum, yes.
Okay. So in terms of this situation, let's just say if the pot was considered a weapon all the way across the room, what would be the next level of force or the appropriate level of force for that?
I mean that's a hard. You're asking me a very, very hard question when it comes down to the situation, right? Because force continuum. So we've already had this discussion. There was no de-escalation, right? Force continuum also suggests de-escalation, right? There was no de-escalation in the situation. So at that time, the continuum continued until that officer deemed a threat of great bodily harm or death, right? So if he felt like he was under great bodily harm, everything that comes before use of force, deadly force is out the window, right? So you like that's kind of a hard question to answer.
Right. I get that, right? But I'm just thinking forward in terms of like the trial, in terms of looking at the force continuum. I don't think anybody would look at that video, in law enforcement or in terms of the judicial system and say that there was that imminent threat that warranted that. I guess, which goes to your point in terms of there was no justification, right?
But see that is a problem because we go off of what somebody initiates. So the problem with that argument is you don't know that person's history. That person might have grown up with their parents.
This man said, we don't know the history, the personal history of the cop that seemingly executed, in my opinion, Sonya Massey. This is some more wild, wicked work. I'm gonna say it again. This is a cold piece of game. What I'm hearing right here. What? None of that. And I know they're not saying, oh, it justifies. But why do I give a rat's ass about, that his mommy didn't give him a lollipop on his 15th birthday or something like that? Or why do I need to? Why?